I've had this router for about 3 years and it's time to replace it. I'm going to be replacing it with the same model. I was pleased with it, but it is just wearing down over time. So I'm going to show you how to replace a router using the linksys interface, and it will be similar for other routers, but you'll obviously be seeing me using the linksys website. The first step is the easiest. Since we're replacing a router with the same unit, I am not even going to need the power supply they gave me because I already have it, but that even would be simple enough. I'm just going to unplug the cables from the old unit, put them into the new unit, then we'll move on to configuring the kind of the software end. Alright, so it's off now. The gray cable is the internet provided by the modem, and then the yellow cables are the outputs from the router to the different devices. So all of those are going to come out, but they're going to go back in the same ports. This little piece of tape, what that does is it makes sure that the cable doesn't come out, because if it does, if it doesn't have a little click mechanism or that part's broken, then it could take you a long time to figure out why your internet's not working. So there, now it's not going to be a problem. And then finally, we'll turn it back on. For the next step, you'll need to get your quick start guide. They'll have the network ID and password in here, and just go ahead and connect the computer you're going to be using to the router. Type in the password they gave you. Alright, so once you're connected, you'll be able to go to 192.168.1.1 in your browser. Now that's obviously not a common website that you're at very often, but that is the special IP address that allows you to access your router. Now if you have a linksys, you can also go to linksys.smartwifi.com. So I'll show that. linksys smartwifi.com, and the router knows that this is not an actual website. It is just the setup page that comes from the router. Alright, so accept the terms. We are going to not skip the setup. No, we're going to use their quick setup because that will make things go fast. Basically, the main thing you're setting out to do is providing your own Wi-Fi SSID. That's the name of the network. You probably want to name it the same thing as what it was before you replaced it. Okay, it wants me to do an update, that's fine. And then of course you'll want to set your password. So the network name and network password should be the same as what they were before, so that all of your devices will be able to reconnect automatically. Okay, so these are pretty much the only two settings that you're going to have to change. The network name and the password. My router has a 5 gigahertz network as well as a 2.4 gigahertz, and then the password is shared for both of those. So just go ahead and enter your old network name or SSID up here, and then your old password. Or you could do, if you choose to put a new password in, that's fine. It's just you'll have to enter that new password in reconnecting all of your other devices, your phones, your laptops, your printers, such and such, because they won't know that you changed the password. Anyway, go ahead and do that. And when you're done, just hit next. So something happened during the setup after I gave it the username and password, or I mean the Wi-Fi network name and password. It failed to reconnect, so that's fine. Just in case this happens to you, we're going to show what steps you have to take in order to try it again. So you're going to do a reset, and there's a button on the back of the router, and you have to hold that for 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and head to the router and do that. Alright, so the reset's pretty easy to do. Just the hardest part really is finding the reset button. It's right here beside the power input. See where it says reset in red? Look up above, there's a red dot. It's you can't really press the button with your finger because it's recessed into the housing. Just get a pencil and push and hold it for 10 seconds. Alright, so that's 10 seconds, and just wait a little bit. You'll see in a moment the router will shut itself off, and all these lights will turn off, and then they'll come back on. Okay, there it goes, just shut off, and it's rebooting itself. So then we'll head back to the computer, reconnect it, and basically do what we did before. I'm going to be restarting the setup process basically from what it was out of the package. Now, first thing I need to do is wait for that router to come back. So treat it like you just took the router out of the box. We did a factory reset, which means it's going to use the password from the quick start guide again. Now, I don't have to re-enter it because the password's saved temporarily in my computer. So let's just go ahead and head back and try this again. So we might have to do the firmware update again since we did a factory reset. Okay, it's asking us if we want to install future updates automatically, which we do. Enter your network name and password, the new password, or the password that you had before you replaced the router. So hopefully now you will see a little bubble come up on your operating system. If it's Windows, it might pop up from down below, telling you that you just connected to the network with the name that it was before you replaced your router. So the last step is to set another password. Now this password is not the password that people use to gain internet access. This password is the admin password used to change router settings through their website interface. So this isn't a password that you need to share with anyone except for whoever's, really you just don't need to share it with anyone. So, and we will complete the setup here. Alright, so everything else all set up. You can skip linksys smart Wi-Fi, obviously that's a linksys specific thing. Alright, well it's going to get us into our dashboard here. You can see, look at this, we have 16 devices online. How is that? We just replaced the router. Well, we had the same network name and the same password, so all the devices, all they think is that the router just blipped. It came off and came back on, so they're all back online, most of them at least, and so that was pretty seamless. So just here's a quick summary of what we did. We unplugged the old router, plugged the new one in, made sure that it had internet from the modem. Then we connected to it through the website, and we used the network password that they gave us in the setup guide to connect for the first time. That allowed us to enter in our new preferred Wi-Fi network name and password, and also then we changed the administrator password, and now here we are. So in conclusion, replacing a router in a seamless fashion is not difficult. Just follow the simple steps that I gave you and refer to the documentation that came with the router if you need to. Thank you for watching and hope this helps. Bye-bye.